Hey!
Oh, everything looks truly wonderful. I never imagined our town being so beautiful again. Thank you all for the help.
Woohoo! Although, to be clear, everyone totally deserves credit for us making it this far. Shout out to Operation Flowergate!
I'm just happy we all got to work together on this to really make something amazing. This will be a great memory in 20 years.
Nice! Then, our work is done! And it's time to disband Operation Flowergate once and for all.
No way. Plan till I die, Minister Birgie Boy. Plan till I die.
Oh, I mean, sure. We'll come up with some new organization when the need comes, but I think we've flowered this town up as far as it'll go.
I hate to admit, you might be right.
You know, the new landscaping does call for constant upkeeping.
Ah!
We've gotta be prepared. Emergency meeting at the Flower Cave. Stat! Birgie Boy!
Oh, okay.
Those two? Glad they're on our side. Yeah, me too. You know, I'm just real glad the whole plan went off without a hitch. Not so surprising considering all the wonderful people that worked on this. Coming from Highwind, I'm really surprised at the concentration of talented people in this town. And look at you! You've really shaped up into quite the Sandrock legend. Although, maybe I should have seen it coming. Even when we were kids, you'd be so reliable. Remember when we used to snag honey out of beehives? If you didn't always stand watch for the bee swarm, our faces might look a bit different right now. Oh, really?
Well, everyone gets their start somewhere. Wow, sounds like fun!
If you grew up in Highwind, you would have been a part of our crew from the start, no doubt about it. Hey, is it me, or is Big Tree on Mount Roxanne looking a bit different?
Mama Tree!
Let's head over and check it out.
Well, Model, we've done it. Oh, if you could see our boy now.
Hey, Pa. Looks like others also noticed.
Hello, everyone.
Woohoo!
You saved the tree!
Looks just like it did 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
A scientific miracle! A miracle performed by us! And natural healing processes, etc.
I'm not even sure anymore.
I know. You worked very hard to make this happen. You didn't have to, but I am eternally grateful.
Being here with you guys for so long, this became our struggle too.
Wow, I'd forgotten what this view could look like.
My ma used to take me up here from time to time. After her disappearance, this tree died, and I never wanted to come up here again. But I guess everything turned out for the best.
Martel would have been very proud of what you accomplished, Zeke. Nearly 70 years of history has all led to this.
This is only the beginning. We made Sandrock green again. We can do anything!
Hey, Pa, come look at this. Pa? Pa! Pa, are you all right?
I'm sorry. The journey up here seems to have really taken it out of me.
Glad you're all right.
Why wouldn't I be? I'm still fit as a fiddle.
Brr. Do you all feel that? Suddenly got a bit nippy up here.
A wind blows. A gentle wind that once would have prophesied ruin now soothes me.
Hey, that's... Got caught in the leaves. Could have gone straight through. It's Ma's letter from your scrapbook. The one that got blown off in the sandstorm. For it to end up all the way up here. Pa, we can put it back when we get home. Open it up when Ma comes back. Like you said.
No, it's time. I've known for some time now. Oh. Ah.
What's it say?
She wanted me to take you, Zeke, and ride down to High Wind.
What?
If you're reading this letter, I bet my life on Sandrock and lost. I failed Akil. I failed Theo. I failed Sandrock. And worst of all, I failed you, Mort. We've lost too many good people, and now there are none left. But our story doesn't have to end like this. Take Zeke east. Find a new life. Survive. I haven't lost everything if I know that you've made it. I can rest easy knowing you're safe. So, please, don't throw your life away chasing this foolish woman's foolish dream. Let Sandrock go.
You never opened it?
Would you have gone? If you'd known?
I would have. I came here a traveler, like everyone back then. I only stayed because of her. She inspired many of us. Her dream became our dream. And I loved her more than life itself. I would have done anything. I did. When she disappeared, I couldn't believe it. Why would I? She spent months in that desert every year. I believed she would return, so... No, I did not read the letter. You carried the torch for her, Trudy, without question, and nearly met the same fate.
Oh,
Hey. Ma's spirit was stronger than her body could ever be. She gave us hope when there was none. Her memory kept us all alive, kept us fighting. There was only one thing she loved more than Sandrock. It was you and me, Pa.
You all were right. It is quite a view.
the wind's picking up. Come on, Mort. Let's get you down the mountain before you catch a cold.
If it's all right, I'd like to stay a little longer.
I've got him. You all go on ahead.
All right. Maybe better give him some space.
Don't stay up here too long, all right?
Look at us. A couple of old fools.
Pretty good. For a couple of fools.
Her dream. It came true after all.
All because of one stubborn old man.
Hey, you think that was Martel's spirit who sent Mort the letter just now?
It's nice knowing that someone like Martel's up there watching over us. Things are not always as they seem. That's a lesson we learn time and time again in Sandrock. In my book, both Mort and Martel are both heroes, more than ever. Everyone will want to know the truth, but for now, let's just give them some peace. Good. Now, let's all get back to our greener Sandrock. I'm here to
What we
discuss
talked
that
about
too.
yesterday.
I want to see what the builder thinks as well.
Look, there's the builder. Come join us. Nia needs your help.
Well, you know how I've been helping out at the moisture farm. But with the greenification of Sandrock almost complete, I'm going to have more free time. So, I was thinking, maybe it's time for me to start something of my own. I want to settle down in Sandrock, just like you have. But I'm still not sure what that something should be. Nian told me to follow my dreams and do what my heart desires. You know, I've always had a passion for tending to various plants in the garden since I was a kid. So... A business, huh? Like a shop, perhaps? But what should I sell? Potted plants? Gardening tools?
That's perfect! And you could also sell flowers. You know, I've always wanted to be a shop owner too. When I was a kid, I used to dream of opening a bakery or a florist shop. Funny how life turned out. I became a builder like the rest of my family. While I might not be skilled at growing plants, I love having them to decorate my house. I'm sure there are more people like me in Sandrock, and we don't have a store catering to that yet. So I think that's a brilliant idea.
I see. Selling flowers makes sense. It's easier than dealing with just gardening tools, which I have to import and find storage space for. But with flowers, I can grow them myself. Perhaps Zeke would even let me use a plot in his moisture farm. But how can I afford to rent a shop? I know I could ask my family for support as a last resort, but I'd prefer to figure it out on my own. Really? Really, really? You're the best! I'll happily accept it. But don't fret. I'll pay you back once the profits roll in. Now, let's think about the location. The main street doesn't have much space for a new shop. And if we set up too far from the town center, it might be inconvenient for people, especially if they want to buy those heavy gardening tools.
I have a balcony in front of my workshop that's currently free to use, but it's not big enough for a whole shop.
What if we just set up a flower display rack there?
Ah, a display rack with a canopy! That sounds about right. It'll look lovely on my balcony and provide some extra shopping space. By the way, I still have some extra funds left after donating to the Sandrock School, so I thought you could have it. You know, it's like an investment.
Thank you, but what the builder has offered is more than enough.
But it's just that I'd really love to be a part of this. I mean, I told you I dreamed of opening a shop when I was a kid, and I wasn't joking. I just never got the chance. That's why I want to invest in the business. I thought you could use some extra goals to order different flowers from other places and attract more customers. And I could help you with whatever you need help with. I kind of wish to run the business with you. Is that a possibility?
Ah, I see. Of course. I'd love to be business partners with you, Mian. It would be a dream come true for both of us.
Really? Thank you so much, Nia. Just tell me what you need me to do. While I may not be an expert in planting, I'll try my best. I'll even ask Zeke to teach me some techniques.
That's all right. We'll figure out the planting part together. First, let's come up with a name for our business. Even if it's just a few racks, it's our special place. Any ideas? I thought so too. I want the name to represent both of us in some way.
But Nian, they don't sound very catchy.
How about we put your name first? We could call it Minnie. Because it's small and cute. Plus, people will immediately know it belongs to you and me.
That's brilliant! I love it! How about Mini Botanica? It reflects that we sell not only flowers, but also plants and everything related to gardening.
It's settled then. Let's name it Mini Botanica. We have a name and a location. Now I need to prepare some flowers for sale. And of course, the flower display rack. Anything you can help with?
Oh, that would be so special. You two grew up together, and now you're literally helping Nia build her business. I'll help with growing the flowers. I'm not an expert, but I'll do whatever Nia asks me to do.
Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it in no time. Okay, I'll design a recipe for the display rack.
And I'll ask around and see what people want to buy from our shop and then get the flower seeds.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for your help. We'll send you what you need tomorrow.
Goodbye. See you soon.
Oh, didn't expect to run into you here. Came to enjoy the view? Really? Let me enjoy this view as well. 3, 2, 1. Staring contest! No, I just got something in my eye. Oh, Sandrock, it's just so sandy. Anyway, I'm here to collect some samples. Look at this. Now that the mama tree is back to life, other plants are thriving around it. Life truly begets life. I know we're joking around just now, but you're right. It sight. When trees reach a certain age, they start being a life support system for various other life forms in the ecosystem. Each has its own preferences and requirements, but even with that, they grow together like a family made of different parts. I need to collect some specimens so I can really get into the nitty-gritty of how they're growing. But I kinda forgot to bring my climbing gear. Can you give me a boost? I just need to ascend a bit and collect some plant samples from up there. Just like how we used to collect cherries. I know you're worried, but I'll be careful. Collecting samples isn't as easy as just taking a handful and moving on. You need to be careful you maintain their structure and integrity. Nature is delicate, you know? Besides, I'll figure out what I need once I get up there, so it's gotta be me. Don't worry, I've done this loads before. Look, I'll climb up from right there. I see it. Oh, just a little further. That's it. Oh, just a little more. Just now, Did you mean it? I have something I want to say. Since we've been young, I've always had you with me. I don't know when, but I started to feel comfortable, familiar, when you're here with me. When you left Highwind, it felt like a part of me left. I felt Just pure loss. I didn't know how to cope until I saw you again. I know that visit was only 3 days, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. Every day after that, it felt like I couldn't wait to get to Sandrock to see you again. As time went on, I focused on my studies, but that feeling never left. I kept walking past the train station, imagining myself leaping onto the next train. When Professor Luo and I got the invitation to come to Sandrock, I felt like I was walking into a daydream. That feeling has now been replaced by the shiver of excitement. In all this time, I've realized I love you. I think I always have. I tried to fight it, say that we're just good friends, but it's just not true. But now, it seems like you feel the same way? Really? You feel the same? Then we're not just best friends. I love you, my builder. Today is my lucky day, I guess. I picked some samples and got a little surprise too. Anyway, I'm going to go to the moisture farm to process these samples. Bye-bye, sweetie. That feels a little weird still. I'll see you later, okay? This section of root shows signs of fungal infestation. I'll need to soak it in potassium permanganate.
Darling, you're here. I knew you'd remember. I've already finished designs for 2 collections. I'll give you a sneak preview. I designed 2 sets of clothing, some formal wear and swimwear. I've made more than 10 sets for each design. You really the scene, a rapidly changing Sandrock. Blooming flowers, celebrations all around, the people, still dressed in their boring clothes. We need some aesthetics. We lack diversity. We need a breath of new, fashionable air. And then, here we are, with the lush trees, the flowing water, and the longing for a long dip. So light bulb moment, swimsuits. I never thought this day would come, but I finally think the time is right. I am going to put these on the catwalk. Yes, a fashion show. As I was drawing them, I could picture it. The lights, the gasping faces, the stunning designs, and me at the back, needling the final touches on a hypnotizing piece. It will be a 2-day affair, each day focusing on one series. This was, I am hesitant to admit, in fact Trudy's idea. She was more than supportive and believed one day to simply be too short. Now, what else is needed? First of all, clothing production. I am but the designer. I do not possess the skill to create these magnificent pieces. Ha! I can see your expression. No, I do not need you to make them. I have already asked Vivi, and she has agreed to work with me. Now, the issue of the venue. Trudy believes that the show could bring in tourists and offered to host it outside the city hall. But the construction of the stage will be your piece de resistance. With Trudy's support, honestly, this has grown bigger than I could have imagined. I even have my models, and they love the designs. Heidi's already made a diagram for you. You just need to make it and give it to me. That's not a problem, right? You're quite the go-getter, aren't you? It's positively charming. Well, I just have to prepare the clothes, organize the order of the show, then, when you have built the stage, please give it to me. Believe me, Sandrock will soon be the cosmopolitan hub of the Free Cities.
I've been in contact with the Alliance Council, and I just can't in good faith recommend anything other than the full extent of the law. Transfer to the Atara Maximum Security Prison. You betrayed us, and have shown no sign of remorse. I will contact the authorities and organize the transport.
I accept all punishment, Trudy, and will abide accordingly.
Then, I will keep you informed of the date of your departure. I just can't understand it. Why?
It's no excuse, but I did what I believed was right.
But this town, everyone living here, after all you did for us, everything you said in your sermons, you kept us safe, your guidance. I even trusted you to teach my daughter. I thought you cared.
I truly do.
Please, don't give me that. You see, Miguel, you betrayed us all. You have such a big heart and always see the good in everyone. I really admire that. But you have to realize, he's a lost cause. Don't let him get inside your head.
You were a patsy. These words rang in my head. I had been taken for a fool. This I realize now more than ever. I truly thought Duvos wanted the same thing as me. They were on the right side of history. But very recently, I have been grasping at something, anything, that would validate my actions since I have been in Sandrock. The more I searched, the more I came to only one truth. There was nothing. My handlers were simply telling me what they wanted me to believe. I must have been simply a diversion. If I could have pushed everyone out of Sandrock, then Duvos could excavate the ruins in secrecy. My arrest threw a proverbial wrench into the works, and it appears to have pushed their hand. I was then left to rot. They never cared about me. They never cared about my ideals. I was a fool. When I was of age, I left to study in Meidi. My family were believers in the light, and I quickly befriended Matilda. She was kind, understanding. Whenever I disagreed with the doctrine of the church, she listened. Later, I started to feel that the teachings were not enough. I did not suspect Matilda to be anything other than a devout follower of the light. Her allegiance was as much of a surprise to me as to you. Her study group set her apart from the other tutors. She was bright-eyed and I am somewhat more pessimistic about you. Those around me in the church did not take the teaching during my studies. I became depressed. Everything I heard aligned with my beliefs. They wanted I see now in retrospect, Matilda used my grief against me. She was conditioning me. She must have told an agent of my wavering faith and guided their hand from the background. While I was studying at Meidi, my town was destroyed. I'm from Dos. I'm a child of the lost city. Our existence was always a delicate balance. Being a town skirting the border of the peripheries, we were aware of the dangers, but largely went unbothered. As I went to study in Meiji, I bade my hometown farewell, though kept in regular contact. It may surprise you, but I took part in many of the onboarding activities and was a strong advocate for the church school. It seems strange to reflect on that now. During my studies, Das was attacked by a creature from the peripheries. It happened overnight, without warning. Everyone in town was killed. My parents, my brother. You cannot imagine it. My entire town, when the news was announced at school, I felt that we were the Rangers. Within a week, everyone simply avoided. I fell into the darkness. I expected a rescue. It was then that my heart was black. She would encourage me to think independently. I now believe she was taking no... I should have seen this sooner. But I was blinded by their words. It answered all of my questions. It appears so. It is only now that the block... I still believe that we as a species... However, thank you for coming to see me all this time.
Hello, my builder. So, today's our first official day as a couple. I thought we could do something to commemorate it. Come and meet me under the tree we were at yesterday. I've got a surprise.